situation should look a little familiar. It's the last one on the sheet that you folks were practicing. You're gonna try again. You're gonna make a table for each person. One for Leanne, one for Gilberto, and one for Alana. And then let's see what you come up with. Okay, let's see. It says Leanne will get paid $10 regardless of how far she walks. So at 0, she should have had $10. At 1 kilometer, she should have had $10. So no matter how far she walks, she should have had $10. So for all 10 kilometers, she only gets $10. Now we go to Gilberto. Gilberto will get $2 for every kilometer he walks. He hasn't walked anything here, so he gets nothing. 2 kilometers. I'm sorry, $2 for the first kilometer. 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so okay. Last one, Alana. She gets $5 donation and 50 cents for each kilometer she walks. So at the very start, she gets $5. She gets 50 cents for every kilometer thereafter. So she already has $5, so now she'll get $5.50. So $6, $6.50. Yeah, every kilometer she'll add on another 50 cents. Okay, so these are the tables that you should have had for Leanne, Gilberto, and Alana. Okay, now you need to graph them. Go ahead. Okay, so if we're gonna graph Leanne, she's gonna get $10 regardless of how far she walks. Now, if we think about it, we need to put the independent on the x-axis and the dependent variable on the y-axis. So here's an example where distance is the independent variable. Yeah, you don't know how much she earns until you figure out the distance that she walks. So distance goes on the bottom, amount of money that she gets goes on the y-axis. Now, we just make sure we number, so we're gonna go up to 10 kilometers. So on the bottom, and again, the numbers go on the lines, not in the spaces. Okay, I'm going to go by ones. So 0, 1, 2. Okay, so at 0 kilometers, she gets $10. 1 kilometer, she gets $10. At 2 kilometers, $10. Okay, so it's all $10. The question now is whether or not we connect the dots. Yes, because in between kilometers, she still has the $10. Yeah, so in between, she still has the $10. Everywhere in between, she'll still have $10. Okay, let's try the graph for Gilberto. Okay, so same thing, distance goes on the bottom, amount goes on the side. Okay, since Gilberto is getting $2 according to the table every kilometer, I'll go by twos. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so at 0 kilometers, he has no money. After walking a kilometer, he has $2. Yeah. So at 6 we go up to 12. At 7 we go up to 14. 8 we go up to 16. Okay. Only question now is, do we connect the dots? It's not quite connecting them though, if you think about it. Okay, here's what it should look like. Okay, I'll continue the rest, but there's a reason why it looks like this. Okay, let's. It's not obvious at the bottom because it's hard to see with the black. But if you look between the 1 and the 2 kilometer marks, we're seeing at 1 kilometer she gets $2. But the further she walks, she's not gonna get any more money. She gets $2. He gets $2 for every kilometer that he walks. So in between, he hasn't walked another kilometer yet. The amount does not increase. It stays the same. The moment we hit 2 kilometers, we don't look here anymore. We look here. That's why there's a circle here at the and end at 2, and then up here at 4 is where we look. So at 2 kilometers, we now have $4. And again, it does not increase until we get to the next kilometer. Once we hit 3 kilometers, it's not $4 anymore. It's up here at 6. So don't look here at the circle, look here at the dot. So every time we get to the next kilometer, it's a circle, and you look up at the next dot. And then it stays level because Gilberto doesn't earn any more. Yeah, so that is what the graph should be looking like for Gilberto. Okay, now that you know this, graph Alana's. Okay, let's see. Alana has $5 before the race, the walkathon. At 1 kilometer, she now has 550. At 2 kilometers, $6. At 3, we go up to 650. Okay? Last question, do we connect the dots? No, again, it's the same idea. She doesn't get any more money until she hits the next kilometer. So it stays level. Once we hit 1 kilometer, we put a circle that says don't look there, we look up here at the next dot. It doesn't change until we get to the next kilometer. So you should see a step. And that's it. You should see steps. Okay, so again, whenever we're doing these linear graphs, it's not always necessary to connect the dots. You just need to realize that it does look like a straight line, but some of them will look like stairs in this case.